Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast. This is episode 41, TV Guide Fall Preview. I want to say thank you for listening, and if you just stumbled upon us on the interwebs, check us out at kfpodcast.com, facebook.com/kfpodcast, and Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter. Today on the show, I got to the left of me, Donald.
Hello, everybody.
And to the right of me,
hey, everybody.
It's Justin. So we're going to talk about the fall television preview. But first, a story from one Donald Biordi.
Yes. Fall preview guide, to me, use those words. When I was a kid, I've always been obsessed with television, obviously. But when I was a kid, I used to get... You know how you used to get the TV Guide every week. I never got the TV Guide. I don't know. My dad never got one. But my grandmother always got it.
Okay.
So I'd go down to her house to read the TV Guide. Like, look at the week, see what all was going to be on. This is before internet, you kids. So when the fall preview guide used to come out, it was thick. It was like a bigger magazine. It was almost like a magazine. And it would have every show that's new, everything coming out.
Didn't it used to come in the Sunday paper, too?
They used to do one, but if you got the TV Guide, you got the fall preview guide. And I would go through it with a highlighter and a pen and take notes and, like, circle. Now, you didn't have, like, DVRs and all that stuff, so I would just think about what I was going to watch, what I liked, circle it, cross things out. And till this day, I still do this. Like, so when I got older and, like, I started making spreadsheets in, like, 2000, like, when I started working in IT, I would make spreadsheets with highlighted grids of what I was going to watch.
I'm the spreadsheet for everything.
When DVRs came out, then I started making my DVR list. Now I actually have a file that I use where, because I have, like I was telling Justin earlier, like basically 3 DVRs in our home where all the kids, everybody records stuff. My preview guide tells me what's being recorded on which one at what day.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, my God.
It's such a system. Because, like, all the wrestling we watch, all the wrestling gets recorded on the one so it doesn't interfere or, like, because sometimes, you know, there's conflicts with the shows on at the same time. So all wrestling's on one. All of, like, the kids' cartoons crap gets recorded on the other. And then the main genie is for fall preview shows. It's for, like, Arrow, Flash, S.H.I.E.L.D., all that stuff. But anyway, it's always been a topic that I if you go and look through my files, you'll be like, what's this guy tracking all this TV shows for? And what's this mean? Living room 1, living room 2, bedroom. It's all these codes. It's very convoluted for me. So that's why, you know, I thought it would be cool, something to talk about.
Oh, yeah. TV in the Frederick household is, hey, let's watch something on TV.
Not me. It's the kids come to me. Can I record the show? I'm like, wait, what day is it on? What channel? What time? What's the genre of it?
Oh,
all
my
right.
God.
You know me, I like to be in control.
Oh,
I would hate to live in your house.
So micromanaged.
You would.
Like, I just want to watch Cutthroat Kitchen. That's all I want to do.
So what I thought we would do is go through, we got this little grid here that shows you, like, new shows, current shows coming out. Ken hates TV shows so much that
It's got brighter in here, sorry.
It did. I was thinking that.
That's because of the storm outside. I thought I'd read some of these off, and just to get your general nasty opinion on them.
So a little background on me. I don't like to be told when I have to watch something. Like, it bothers me fundamentally. Like, I'm the epitome of, like...
You're a pain in the ass.
Which cracks me up because you're our age. You grew up when that was the deal.
No.
Like, kids today, I can understand how they would be frustrated with that because they have on-demand everything.
He hates DVRs. He won't
But
get one.
I don't understand how you've gotten to this point.
I don't like DVRs because I don't like to have to record something.
Even though he watches Netflix, which is just someone else DVR'd it already for you and put it on there for you to watch. That's just a DVR.
Yeah, exactly.
They did it for you instead of you having to record it.
This goes back to the conversation we had earlier today where I'd be a hermit if I wasn't so lazy. Like, yeah, I don't want to do this. Like, if I want to watch something, I want to freaking watch it. Like, I don't want to have to, like...
And this is a losing battle with him, because I've told him before about getting it, recording
We
it.
accept Ken for who he is.
I'm not paying for a DVR every month.
I know.
That makes no sense. I would pay more for a DVR than a month from Comcast than I would for a subscription from Hulu that has everything on it.
Okay, I don't know. You lost me, but
So like,
I get
follow,
you.
yeah.
Let's move on.
All right, so
All right.
yeah.
You hate DVRs. You hate television. This is going to be painful for you to go through. He's going to complain a lot. So let's jump right
I think
in.
it's gonna be fun.
All right.
You better. I feel like I'm gonna F and Jeff.
Yeah, you are. So
'cause
just
I'm in a mood too.
he is in a bad mood. All right. So this is going to be a lot of images of you getting angry. So really, we're only going to look at ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC because the rest of the channels would take pretty much a long time.
And starting off, I don't watch any shows on any.
NCW.
Yeah.
Me and Justin do more than
I
Ted
actually
does.
may, because if I get rid of cable, I'll have an antenna and stream through the internet. So I may if I want
Okay.
to channel surf. But
So we'll start on Sunday night, which is the TV beginning of the week, according to them. ABC, you got Once Upon a Time, which that show is just totally...
read Fables.
Yeah. Secrets and Lies I've never heard of.
No, it sounds like porn.
It does. Quantico actually wanted to watch. Did you want to watch that show?
Yeah, it was on my list.
I
I
heard
gotta
it-
watch this. It
I
looks
heard
like
it's
gonna be
good. It looks like a lot of like FBI stuff with sex in it.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like a Michael Bay show.
Yeah.
I have no desire to watch the show.
Okay. But then you got on CBS, NCIS. You love NCIS, don't you?
I like.
That's Los Angeles.
Yeah.
All right.
So I like, and I don't even. I like watching it for how absurd it is. Like, I'll watch NCIS and like I'm getting sucked into the character development, but I don't know why. Like, I didn't like.
Do you watch the Los Angeles version of
No.
it? That's the one with Robin in it, right?
It's Robin and Tone Loc.
And Tone Loc, okay. Actually, it's LL Cool J and Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah.
I can't believe that show's still on.
Well, here's what kills me about CBS. CBS is like, remember we had a conversation, I don't know if it was on the podcast, about Jag, and Jag went on for 27...
It was a follow-up from Jag.
Yeah, it went Jag, spawned NCIS.
Yeah.
That spawned NCIS.
From every major city in the country.
Yeah.
And they're all related. Like, Jag was a part of the NCIS universe.
Like,
which we
if
didn't
you
realize.
were...
Oh my god.
Like how we are with the Marvel movie universe, if you're like have watched TV shows for a long time, you know these characters from Jag 20 years ago.
It's ridiculous.
And it like
so it's
all
almost like those freaking soap operas.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. How about Madam Secretary or
all-
Elementary? Do you watch any of these?
no, it's
I don't watch any of
effing
these.
stupid.
I feel like Elementary, I should like that show, but
Elementary, they ripped off of Sherlock.
Yeah.
It's the Americanized Sherlock show.
Okay.
Well,
then
and Dr. Watson is a woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's still the same premise where
Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
it's the same premise where Sherlock Holmes, present day, does drugs. You know, it's
So they really,
but they cut it into an hour show, and yeah.
so they didn't really add anything new to Sunday night other than the Fox cartoon lineup. They do like The Simpsons, which is on what 85 seasons by now.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Bob's Burgers is one of my favorite shows I watch on.
So you like Bob's Burgers?
I think Bob's. I think it's funny. I laugh at it every time, and it's actually a show that I watch when it comes on Netflix. I binge watch the entire season, and then I'll go rewatch the entire season.
Son of Zorn is new, which we'll talk about later when we do new shows. Family Guy, Last Man on Earth. Last Man on Earth, I watch and I hate it. I don't know why I watch it. I just watch it and I go, oh, I hate this show. And then they're like, all right, next week I'm watching it again.
I couldn't even finish a single I watched the
It's
pilot
terrible.
and I couldn't get through it.
I watched
terrible.
half the first season, and I wanted to like it, and I couldn't.
It's
'Cause
one
I
of-
like the chick on it, and I
It's
like
one of those
what's
shows
his
I
name?
watch just to see what the hell they're going to do next. All right, so Monday night. I've never watched Dancing with the Stars. I refuse to watch it. That's on ABC.
No.
Conviction's a new show. I don't know. We'll get into that after. Do you still watch Big Bang Theory on CBS?
I still love Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
I don't know how you watch that show.
I used to watch that show when Penny was hot. Now I think she's annoying, and it's not the same anymore.
It's not
hate
as
her with
good as
short hair
it's
and-
not as good as it once was, but it's for me it's still a good show.
I watched it on syndication until to the fact that what's his name would get with the hot chick,
Yeah.
and now that
I
they're
felt like
not
it
together,
jumped the shark, as
yeah.
they say.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, probably.
Can we just? I just don't know what's good. Like Two Broke Girls is like watching a nail. Like I saw one episode and I wanted to jam nails in my.
I only
eyeballs.
started watching it because I like her. I like
Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings. I think she's hot.
You like her Kat Dennings.
I like her pair of Kat Dennings.
I watched
but the
that
show's
show.
so stupid.
I watched that show for about the first 2.5 seasons and liked it, and then there were other shows that were on, and I got
it
away
feels
from
like
it.
it's the
and
same thing every week.
every
on that show.
week it's the same show.
Do you watch The Odd Couple at all? No. I mean, that looks terrible. And Scorpion, that's a show where I felt like I like, should I be watching this? Everybody says it's good.
The first season was great, and then
what
the second
show?
season
Scorpion.
was terrible.
I don't have.
It's more like hackers saving the world. You know, that shit that they do. Me and Justin like Gotham on Fox on Mondays. That's good.
I don't want to watch a Batman show without Batman.
We already heard you go off about this. We've had this argument before. Gotham's good. You watched Lucifer.
I love Lucifer.
That's a good thing to yell. I love Lucifer.
We need to take that sound bit out.
I recorded it, but I never got through it. It just seemed
It's a good
a little odd. Ken watches The Voice.
I know.
He was texted. He's behind on the list.
I am.
The Voice, I don't watch any of that crap.
Well, but I don't watch any of this stuff. Like this Monday, you know what Monday is?
It's wrestling.
Wrestling day.
Right. So on Monday, I'll record Supergirl and Gotham, but I won't watch them that night. And Jane the Virgin, I don't know who watches that stupid show.
I actually saw like a write-up of what it's about. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind watching that.
Of
But I'd
course.
never watch it. Like, in my brain, I'd be like, oh, that seems like an interesting premise. There would have to be a million shows that weren't around for me to not to rewatch or watch. Like, there would literally have to be this or C-SPAN. And I'd maybe be interested in it.
Now, Tuesday night, of course, is SmackDown Live night for you.
No,
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
not even that. Let me
I'm-
just read through ABC's lineup here of shows here, because I feel like you're going to be angry about all of these. So first of all, they moved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. out to 10.
10 o'clock. That is insane.
Yeah, I don't know why it went. It was on at 8 before, right?
Yeah.
Then it was 9. Now it's 10.
What, are they going to get edgier? And
There's going to be a lot of boobs and penis jokes and Red Skull or Ghost Riders in it this year. So maybe he's going to have a talk about banging chicks and stuff. They have to be on at 10 o'clock at night. I hate shows that are on that late.
I think ABC realizes that people that watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. don't watch it live.
Yeah, they watch
They
it later.
they stream it, so they don't care. It's just.
So any of these shows like The Middle, have you ever watched The Middle? I've never seen any
I've
of
watched
these.
The Middle in syndication. It's amusing.
Somehow.
Yeah.
American Housewife we'll talk to. Fresh Off the Boat sounds racist. What's that show?
it was typical racist,
stupid.
stereotypical humor. It was not good.
The Real O'Neills, did you ever watch that?
No.
Never watched any of those. So we have a lot of insight on those. YouTube
We're going to
listeners.
get comments are going to yell at us again.
Now, again, CBS, look at their Tuesday night lineups. NCIS and an NCIS New Orleans. Like,
Wait a minute, there's Bull in between.
Bulls
there.
in between, but a lot of NCIS.
But this is for old people to watch.
I guess. Bulls, what? A new show. It's about lawyers. Okay, we'll get
But
to
here's
Bull.
the thing: Bull has the guy that used to be on NCIS on it.
Oh my God.
I think
You think they're going to cross them over?
no, because I think the
He's
guy
playing a new.
playing a character.
I've got something.
All right, we'll
just
get
wait.
to it. We'll get to it. Do you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Fox?
I have not watched it because it's on Netflix. But I've seen.
You watch New Girl on Netflix.
I watched New Girl on Netflix, and that's the same way I feel about. You probably feel about Two Broke Girls. I like that show, and actually the opposite. I like the New Girl not for what's her face. Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah.
I like it for all the guys that live in the house with him or with her because they're hilarious.
All right, so you like the show for guys. A show about a girl, you like it for the guys.
Well, there's one guy that
Basically,
is
yeah.
real morose, and he's like, as a bartender, and he's broke, and he felt like my spirit animal for a while. His name's Nick Miller, and he's just like an old curmudgeonly guy, but he's in his like mid-30s, and I'm like, he speaks to me like I used to, because he's like all these damn kids today, and he drives. I don't know. I liked him, and that's why I still watch the show because I think he's funny.
Does anybody watch Scream Queens? Is that I don't even know what that is.
That's
I'm
another
shaking
show.
my head. You can't see it because we're on a podcast.
NBC, I'm skipping right over because that's all trash. Everything that's on there. CW has the Flash, and I've never that Flash is good. But what's No Tomorrow? Well, I guess we'll get to that.
It's
down the
another
road.
new one.
It's another stupid news show.
Yeah.
Wednesday, more comedies on ABC. That's their big comedy night. The Goldberg, Speechless, Modern Family, Blackish. Now I like Modern Family. I think Modern Family has been one of the best new comedies. I think it's new. It's always fresh. It's good. I enjoy it. Do you know either of you two watch
I watched
it?
Modern Family syndication.
It's decent. It's a decent
like
show.
I don't need to turn into
And I heard Blackish is good, but I've never been able to watch it. I've never gotten into it. I like Anthony Anderson, and I like Lawrence Fishburne, who's in it, but never got into it. I just thought the name was kind of odd. You know?
Yeah, Blackish is strange.
I can't believe Survivor is still on. How long has that show been on?
Here's a little way to date how long Survivor's on. It was before I was engaged to be married. I remember watching Survivor.
I know.
And I was in season like 7.
I've been married twice.
Yeah.
Through Survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Criminal Minds. I don't know who watches that show. Isn't that just NCIS? It's the same thing.
No, Criminal Minds is different. And actually, that's kind of funny because the main character from Criminal Minds was on Dharma and Greg. So I know this because Mindy watches Criminal Minds on Netflix.
Okay.
So the main guy on Criminal Minds.
There's so much crime that you and Mindy watch on. So much crime needs solved.
She loves crime.
They could
shows.
They could become like the new Bonnie and Clyde because of all the crime shows they watch.
She loves crime shows, and I don't care what I watch. So
I get it because Mindy, she works in some kind of legal thing.
She does, but she works with old people legal stuff, so it's not the same. But so here's the funny thing: Criminal Minds that has the guy from Dharma and Greg. They had a panel at San Diego Comic-Con, which tells you how far San Diego Comic-Con is slipping.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah,
the guy from Dharma and Greg got so mad at the director, he kicked him and got kicked off the show. So now I want to know what's going to happen with his character.
Oh my god!
Because he's like they fired him. But that's all I know about. I don't know anything about the actual show, Criminal Minds. I just know that
what I like is all these topics we go through. You have a lot to say about all these shows. You were like, I'm not going to talk at all on this, and you got so much to say about all these shows. Oh, hey, want to hear a 10-minute story about why I don't watch this show? Here we go. So we'll skip through the rest of Wednesday. There's a lot of nonsense in there, other than Arrow's good.
No, it's not.
Law and Order. I don't know how
What's
Law and Order
Blind
SVU.
Spot?
Blind Spot. I don't know what that is.
Blind Spot is one of those shows where I was like, I'm going to absolutely watch that. I'm going to DVR it, and I've never watched a single episode.
How about all the Chicago shows? Chicago Fire, Chicago PD.
Wasn't that the same guy that does Law and Order? So that's his shtick now. Instead of doing Law and Order, he does Chicago shows.
Which you think I would like it, but
Well, don't know about the Blackhawks.
all right, Thursday. I hate people who watch Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy is stupid.
I think it's so stupid. One thing I hate are hospital shows. Code Black's a hospital show. Great. I hate hospital shows.
Is this all hospital shows on Thursday?
I don't know what Notorious is or How to Get Away with Murder. I don't even know what that show's about. Isn't that what's her name in that show? Isn't she the same chick that's
You know what? I look at this, I see Thursday Night Football. But also too, none of this matters because I work all night. And we do the podcast.
And we do the podcast. So, but again, if you had a DVR. But anyway,
Legends of Tomorrow and Supernatural.
Yeah, Legends of Tomorrow, Supernatural. That's a good Thursday night for those. Superstore. That's at like NBC's short. It's supposed to be
about Walmart.
Oh, Chicago Med. There's a Chicago Med show too.
It's police. There's a fire, and then there's and they're all in the same universe.
I want to see Chicago Public Works. Where they're just cutting people's grass and fixing lights in the city and everything that needs done around the city.
Yeah,
Today in Chicago Public Works, that light bulb needs changing.
It'd just be like Parks and Rec, but in Chicago.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. People love The Blacklist, though. I've never watched it.
There's a comic about the Blacklist.
Have you ever watched The Blacklist?
I haven't watched it. I've heard it's.
Anytime I talk to people about TV, they go, "Oh, do you watch The Blacklist?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't." I only watch nerd shows anymore now.
Yeah.
Couple ones on here. Look, you have a show on Friday night. We'll go to Friday. Dr. Ken, isn't that about you?
Yeah, it's about me. It's me just as a gynecologist checking things out and seeing how they work.
That's a show that stars
what's his name from the Hangover trilogy?
Yeah, that guy. You like how we're so uninformed about all these shows.
Don't worry, they'll tell us about it in the comments.
Isn't he really a doctor in real life?
He is.
He was a doctor in real life. He wanted to become an actor so he could play a doctor.
Play a doctor, yeah.
He can go after himself. That kind of logic.
Surprised that MacGyver is returning.
We got to get.
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Hawaii Five-0 is a really good show. I just stopped watching it. I watched that when that first came out. That was really good.
So why'd you stop?
I don't know. Got on a different night and I just stopped recording it. I don't know. But like when I've catched it in syndication, I'm like, this is good. And the other thing I like about it is so many characters from Lost are on there.
Yeah.
Like it ended up at one point there was 4 main characters from Lost starring on Hawaii Five-0, and they're like on a beach again. It's almost like the same characters,
except they're police now.
They're all police. One show here to mention on NBC. I think Grimm sucks, and Sabra loves Grimm. She's the only person I know that records Grimm and watches Grimm.
Here's the thing about Grimm. It's just face shaking and weird monster faces. And that's all it is. I saw 2 episodes and I'm like, how many people are having like convulsions right now shaking into monster faces?
It's so weird. You know what else is weird about it? They make up all these weird names that are so stupid. Like, I'll sit in their room and make fun of it, and she kicks me out. Like, the werewolves, they call them, like, bloopblottens or something like that. And they're like, oh, that's a snagglefotten. And I'm like, what's that? It's like, oh, it's a creature with horns. It's a pig monster. They went from, like, werewolves and, like, vampires in normal lore to like there's spider people and mice people and beaver people, and they do that shake their face and turn into it. It's a weird show.
I hate shake
faces. All right, Saturday there's nothing on TV, so let's get into the. There used to be cops on Saturday nights, but not anymore. So let's discuss the new shows.
All right.
So the first one I had on there was that Son of Zorn.
I might watch this at some point in time.
Now this is like an animated character in a real world.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for it. It's kind of funny.
It's Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be like Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I think it makes it seem like lives in the normal world, but everything that happened in the cartoon is like real life.
Yeah, he's like.
Does he have a cartoon land he comes from?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I believe so. But he's like Conan. Not Conan. Brian. Conan. Barbarian. Conan.
He's like Conan. He's like Conan. He has a TV show. Moved to TBS.
That would actually be a funny spin for the end of that show.
That space goes coast to coast. But let's keep going.
So what we're gonna do with these new shows, is we're gonna say whether they're gonna be a hit.
Like a hit, like people are watching them, or like
a hit that like it'll be picked up for a second season. That's a hit.
All right, because there's a lot of shit that I like.
This isn't whether you like it. This is whether it's a hit. Because like you don't like Grey's Anatomy, but it's a hit.
Yeah.
So is it gonna hit?
Then it's gonna be the opposite. Because I think this will all be great. Like,
is it gonna be a hit or is it gonna be a shit? Hit or shit?
Son of Zorn.
Son of Zorn, hit or shit? I think shit. I think it'll last 5 episodes and be canceled.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I agree.
But I hope it does well. I like the premise.
So then next you have Conviction, which stars agents. So
this is modern day Agent Carter.
Yeah.
So I wrote this. It stars Agent Carter, Iceman, generic detective from CSI New York, and Beth from The Walking Dead.
Basically.
Is that who Emily?
Emily.
Yeah, you don't know real names.
I know no real names.
That's what I should have wrote on our little cheat sheet is that's Agent Carter instead of Haley Atwell. I love that the title for it is A Woman Leads an Agency That Attempts to Reverse Cases Where Innocent People Were Jailed for Crimes. Wasn't that Cold Case?
Yeah, that's Cold Case.
Is this just Cold Case with Peggy Carter?
A little bit. I saw a trailer for it.
They should call this really Cold Case and have him be Iceman and her be Agent Carter.
Agent Cold Case.
Yeah.
So moving on. Conviction, hit or shit?
I have a feeling it's going to get a second season. But
I think it's going to be shit. I think it's going to bomb. Haley Atwell will be back doing it, Peggy Carter, before you know it.
Actually, I hope it's shit, because I want her to be Agent Carter.
Yeah, because she's hot.
Yeah.
Kevin James returns, and Kevin can't wait.
How about Kevin can go f*** himself? I'm tired of Kevin James in general. Paul Blart too.
Yeah, I think this is all shit. Everything about that sitcom, he's trying to do the King of Queens again.
It's fat guy gets a girl out of his league and has hot
daughters, and he's an idiot dad, and like he gets real angry and he's sneaking food.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be on a diet. It's the same thing over and over.
But now he's retired, so he doesn't have to go to the UPS.
He's a retired police officer, and he's angry, and he's going to be polishing his guns when it's got stupid laugh tracks. That it's just
you know what? If they should make this like a serious like Kevin James fights diabetes with a woman that's like twice his weight, and he has to work at Walmart as a door greeter because his pension doesn't like cover the rent and the food bill. Like this
kid, hit or shit.
Here's like it'll be a hit. People freaking love it.
No, I think this one's gonna be a shit too.
Shit.
Timeless.
I thought this said Chris Rock, and I was all about it, but it's Chad Rook, and I don't give a shit
unlikely
about
trio
it.
traveling through time to battle unknown criminals in order to protect history as we know it. Now.
Sliders.
Now I will read the premise from a show we already have and enjoy, Legends of Tomorrow.
Okay.
Rip Hunter travels back in time to present day when he brings together a team of heroes and villains in an attempt to prevent Savage from destroying the world and time itself. It's the same goddamn show.
It's just not a nerd show.
Except not comic book characters.
Do you know why? This way, a person who thinks nerd stuff is for kids can watch this show and go, oh, it's a good show. And then be like, it's Legends of Tomorrow. Now, I actually thought when I read it, I saw the trailer for it, I was like, I may DVR this and try it. Then you told me it's Legends of Tomorrow, and I was like, fuck that show. I ain't watching that show. Get the hell out of here. So I'm going to go, but you know what? I'm going to actually say that it's going to last because people will watch it, and this is a smart nerd show, which people like. So I think it's going to be a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What channel is it on?
It's on
Timeless.
Let me look at your thing.
Look at the grid. You know, hold on, everybody, while we do
Timeless
research.
is NBC. It comes on after The Voice.
Oh, NBC cancels a lot of stuff.
It's canceled.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
shit.
Next, American Housewife.
This pisses me off.
Read the synopsis for it.
A larger, strong-willed woman raises her flawed family in a town of seemingly perfect people.
I mean, my God.
Here's what it means. Here's what you break it down. Fat, sassy woman says funny stuff, and that's a freaking show.
Yeah.
Like,
Why isn't this starring...
Around uptight white people.
Yeah. Why isn't this starring Melissa McCarthy? That might make the show funny.
Because it's starring this Katie Mixon who... Did you ever watch the show on HBO? Who was the guy? Danny McBride plays him. The baseball player.
oh, is this his hot?
This was his hot girlfriend from there. They say
not-
larger. She's just a
not large.
full-figured woman.
Yeah.
She has big boobs. I think she's hot as hell.
She was on...
I don't know why they put larger in there and have to fat shame the poor girl.
Yeah, seriously. She was the sister from Mike and Molly.
Oh, did
Okay.
that show? Is that show over? I guess so.
I just liked it when they probably approached her for the show. They're like, "What's the premise? Larger woman. I'm a larger woman. Well, yeah, you're larger. You know,
we're
you broke
larger.
the seat when you sat down, so you're like." I mean, I think this is going to be shit. I like Katie Mixon a lot. I think she's hot, but I think it's going to be a shit.
I like that I still don't know any of these people, but you had to explain to me.
Ian, you know it now. All right, Justin, Bull. You want to talk about Bull? What's up with Bull?
So when I read through the synopsis of this morning, when I was going through these notes, I just started like hearing Perry from a couple episodes ago and his out of control detective. So I'm not going to read the first part of the synopsis, but I'll read the part where they describe the new guy. Brilliant, brash, and charming, Dr. Bull is the ultimate puppet master as he combines psychology, human intuition, and high-tech data to learn what makes jurors, attorneys, witnesses, and the accused tick.
Is this like House, but with
With lawyers. And he's a doctor. Why is a lawyer now all of a sudden a doctor?
Damn it, Bull! You have unauthorized.
Don't start.
Your lawyering ways are not by the books.
Don't start.
But I'll let you lawyer anyways.
I think this is probably going to be a hit.
Because this is CBS. This is
it's
the guy
CBS.
from NCIS, which is a decent character.
Yeah.
And it's Lawyer House.
It's Lawyer House.
On the way up here, my mom, this was like the one show she picked out and was like, oh, I'm really excited about that. It's got the guy from CSI New York. And I was like,
It's NCIS. Tell your mother to get it.
well, she said it right. I'm an idiot. And I was just like,
long as-
seriously? I'm like, that's the one that I'm going to make fun of the most tonight on the show.
That's great.
Damn it, Bull. The way
Don't
you
do
talk
it.
to those
Don't do it. All right, let's get into the next one. No Tomorrow on the CW.
God, I hope it gets canceled so we don't have to worry about this tomorrow.
So this one says there. Listen to this thing.
Evie.
Evie,
Did you catch it with the
Evie,
master ball?
a risk-adverse quality control assessor who falls for a free-spirited thrill seeker, Xavier, only to find out that he lives the life the way because he believes the apocalypse is coming. Now, is this going to be like some kind of supernatural type thing, or an end of the world? Does he really know the world's ending?
All right, here's what bothers me about this show. A, why do you get so weird with your names? Ooh, like Xavier and Evie.
Xavier and Evie.
It's just stupid.
Did you look at this one at all?
The thing that I wrote down here, and this was before I realized that you did copy and paste the characters. I was like, the main characters that are in this show aren't even listed here.
Who was it?
I can't remember now, but these are like 3 side characters, the actors that you got.
Well, you know what? I think it's going to be a shit.
I agree. I think it's going to be crappy.
I may check it out though, just because it's on the CW and I support the CW. How about This Is Us? Now, let me say something about this show. This show's going to be a big hit.
Is this the people that did Parenthood? Because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, and this is like all these people's lives, and they're all born on the same day or something like that.
Ugh.
And they're going through these lives, and the father, he's the one guy, he's from this Milo Ventimiglia.
He's from Heroes.
He's from Heroes.
Well, and then I wrote
And
down
Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
I wrote down Justin Hartley, who's also in this. He's played Oliver Queen on Smallville.
Right.
And he was also Aquaman in the pilot for the 2006 show Aquaman that the pilot never even saw the light of day.
So
Here's the only thing about I'll never watch the show.
well, I won't, but this is going to be a hit because this guy Milo, who's in the show, he's married to this girl and they're in love. She dies giving childbirth, and he's stuck raising
Women are
a
gonna get
daughter.
wet all
Women
over
are
this.
going to get so wet over this guy. He's a single dad. His heart's broke. Yeah. This is going to make people cry.
And Mandy Moore's in it, so she's
Mandy Moore's in it and all that. This is going to be a hit.
Who's well, anyways, the only thing that I like about this show is that there's some people from apparently it's set in Pittsburgh. So what? Pittsburgh?
Yeah, there's some people in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime the Steel City gets some loves in a television show.
So that's going to be a
much
big hit. Now you like this next one, Speechless.
Yeah, Speechless, I thought, again, reading the synopsis, I wouldn't give this a second thought.
A family with special needs child is good at dealing with the challenges it faces and excellent at creating new ones.
Here's why this show's not going to work. They tried to do this with Michael J. Fox when he came back and he was just playing himself. And he had Parkinson's.
Yeah.
And it was like Michael J. Fox deals with Parkinson's. Now, I love Michael J. Fox. But all they did was he sort of made fun of himself. Where he was like shaking people's coffee, handing them coffee. Yeah. One episode, his wife's like, "Can you pass the spaghetti?" And she's like, "We don't need a personal victory tonight. We're all hungry." And takes the thing off him. And the first pilot, I was like, "That's kind of funny."
I actually enjoyed that show.
I enjoyed it. But then a couple episodes in, I'm like, all right, he has Parkinson's. Like, is that the only thing this show's about? Like, yeah. And that's what this is going to be. Like, we get it. He's a special needs kid. Like, is there anything else, or is that just really it?
But like,
it should be a movie, not a sitcom.
The synopsis doesn't. It sounds more like a serious show than it does, and it's going to be a comedy.
It's a sitcom.
I was forced to watch this trailer because a YouTube ad I couldn't skip through, okay. And I'll watch it because I'll check it out.
Let's ask the question: hit or shit?
I think it's gonna be shit. I think it's gonna be a hit.
All right, if you say hit, I'm gonna put hit real big on the screen. Now, this next one, Designated Survivor. I hate this show because this is, I'm not gonna swear, effing Kiefer Sutherland. He's no longer doing 24, but now he's the same character, but he's the president.
I thought the exact same thing.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
He's the president.
He becomes the president.
Just make 24.
A lower-level United States cabinet member is suddenly appointed president after a catastrophe kills everyone above him in the line of succession.
This pisses me off because you know what you could do instead of this? Make Y the Last Man, where this actually happens and a woman becomes president, and then deal with other shit that happens too.
There you go, Ken.
Why isn't Y the Last Man a freaking an hour show?
This is Kiefer Sutherland left Fox because Fox didn't want to do any more 24, so he's going to go be Jack Bauer because I loved him in 24. 24 was a great show. He's going to go do this over there where he's going to talk real loud and whisper talk a lot.
You know what? They should make him do Lost Boys instead
That's what
of.
Should do.
So
this is going to be a hit. I'm telling you right now.
I hope not.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because Kiefer Sutherland can make a show where he just pees in a cup for an hour, and people will go, "It's brilliant."
Well, then if that's the case, then make Young Guns 3. Yeah. I don't want to.
You want to reference any other Kiefer Sutherland movies? Get together with your family and make a movie. Isn't he like brothers with Emilio Estevez or something like that?
No, his dad's Donald Sutherland, the guy from
that's
the Hunger Games.
I that one all up.
You big idiot.
They're all related.
What, did you want them to make Men at Work too? So they could
Men at Work too.
Throwing out trash cans.
All right, next show, Frequency.
I don't know what this is.
A detective discovered she's able to communicate with her estranged father who died decades earlier via ham radio.
This is a movie. There was a movie about this.
Yeah, now it's a TV show.
This is why I don't watch television.
Terrible. I'm going to just say shit. We're going to move past it.
Yeah, shit.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. This is the one I've been wanting to talk about. Lethal Weapon coming to Fox.
Can we make fart noise?
With Damon Wayans. This is what he's doing now.
I like Damon Wayans. I'd like to hope that he can make this survive, but I saw a preview and
it looks terrible. Yeah. I think this is going to be a shit. When I saw there was a show being called Notorious, I thought it was about Notorious B.I.G.
That was my note. Why isn't this about Biggie? I would watch that.
And then I read it and I'm like, follows a professional and personal relationship between a charismatic attorney and a powerhouse television producer as they attempt to control the media. This sounds so horrible that I would never even give it a chance to watch it.
Yeah.
This is people that pitch that show they're out of touch with regular people, I think.
Right.
Who wants
Ken, hit or shit?
There hasn't been anything that's been a hit on here. So everything just shit.
Just say the catchphrase.
Shit.
Okay?
Shit.
All right, next show is called Pitch. Listen to this synopsis.
Can I read it?
Go ahead.
The story of a young pitcher who becomes the first woman to play Major League Baseball and her ensuing journey to prove herself is chronicled in this drama.
What? When did a woman ever play Major League Baseball? Did that really happen?
No, they're saying this is like a what if.
Okay.
Did you think
sounds like a true story.
So one of the stars of this show is Mark Paul Gosselaar. Yeah. A.K.A. Zach Morris. The only way I would watch this show if it had guest appearances by the cast of Saved by the Bell and the theme song was done by the Zack Attack.
The only way that this season can end is if she has to get in a pitching duel with the kid from the Rookie of the Year movie that has the stretched out ligament.
I'm going to say this. One day we'll explain Ken and I's baseball themed show for Nickelodeon. We won't do it now. It's too long of a show. But it's much better than Pitch.
Can we have to do a mini episode about that?
We'll do it one of these days. Okay.
Oh, that's going to be
But
something.
I love that they were like, this is a story about a young pitcher. We're just going to call it throw?
Pitch. Nope. Pitch.
Toss. No. Strike. No.
2 balls.
No.
No, it's a woman. We can't do that.
Pitch. Yes. There you go.
yeah,
If it was a girl, we could have been 0 balls.
0 balls. All right. I'm going to go shit. Okay?
Shit.
Next one is a show called The Good Place, starring Kristen Bell. A New Jersey woman tries to become a better person. Really? That's all you come up with?
This should be a reality show starring Snooki.
Okay. I'm going to skip right by and we're going to say shit. Right? Everybody agree?
Yeah. What's the great indoors? An adventurer reporter must adapt to the times when he becomes the boss to a group of. I don't
I'm bored. I read it and I almost fell asleep.
This one
It's so terrible.
Because I was like, oh, millennials are so hard to work with. I can't get them to do anything in their beards, with their beards and their man buns.
They look like Numberjacks.
So stupid. Guess what it is, Ken?
What?
It's shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to, how about Pure Genius? Read that synopsis. There's a good one.
A young Silicon Valley.
Read all the
tech-
horrible adjectives in this one.
Young Silicon Valley tech titan enlists a veteran surgeon with a controversial past and starting a hospital with a cutting-edge new school approach to medicine.
Oh, it's a hospital show.
I actually put.
I'm going to stab you.
That's fine.
Here's the only way that this show's going to be good is if they make cyborgs.
This is another version of House.
It
Except
is.
instead of an angry doctor, it's going to be like a techie guy running a
But
hospital.
he has a controversial past.
Yes, it's another version of House. It'll probably be a hit.
I can't. Sorry.
I don't care how many shows Eva Arel Bender is in. She can't save this one.
But so if you, what do you think? Hit or shit?
I think it's going to be a hit.
All right, Justin says it's a hit, so we're going with it because the cheese said so. Next, Ken, guess what they're remaking?
All right, so the shock of this whole thing is I never knew that MacGyver had a first name.
Did he really?
Apparently.
I did know that.
Young.
So MacGyver's coming to CBS on Friday nights. They're bringing it back, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I'm going to watch it.
Wait a minute, he creates a clandestine organization.
Oh, God.
So is it everyone using like Q-tips and paper clips? And
Creates a whole organizations of MacGyvers.
Oh, it's just so
I love that
stupid.
they're a clandestine organization within the U.S. government, relying on unconventional problem-solving skills. So using a can of tuna fish, a dildo, and some peanut butter to blow up a dam.
So this is, instead of a group of people who do this, Scorpion, this is one guy that does it.
No, this is a group. But only
He
one
creates
guy
a
gets-
group.
he
But
creates a
only
group.
one guy is MacGyver.
Yeah.
There's only one MacGyver.
One
Lucas
person's
Till.
only young Angus Mac MacGyver.
Lucas Till has been in some stuff before, too, I think.
I don't even know who that is.
You'd know him to see him.
Would I?
But I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I think this is going to be a shit. I don't think it's going to make it.
I don't think it's going to make it, but I'm going to give it a couple episodes just
All
because of the nostalgia factor.
All right, and the last one
I'd
we
rather
talk
watch
about.
MacGruber than I watch MacGyver.
What about The Exorcist?
I don't. A TV show based on William Blatsy's 1971 novel about a priest who performs exorcisms on demonic spirits. This is
It's another movie to
Yeah,
TV
it's a movie
show.
TV show.
And
It's going to be him just doing multiple exorcisms on different
Yeah.
people. And, here's what's going to happen in the first season. He's going to do a couple on different people, and he's going to have a partner. And then by the 6th episode, his partner's going to get possessed, and he's going to have to save her. And then she won't be saved, and she'll go away. And then she comes back, saved, and then he gets possessed in the ending, and it's controversial. That's all it's going to be.
we already have that show. It's called Supernatural.
Yeah, it's called Supernatural.
Here's what I would do with this show. Instead of making it a drama, you make it a reality show where there's real exorcisms performed.
I mean,
and
that would
whoever
be
can
fun
do
to
it.
watch, yeah.
I want to see a group of priests go around doing exorcisms.
So, Justin, Ken, hit or shite?
Shit. Why am I paying to watch this stuff?
Exactly. So, out of all these new shows we made, we only think that 6 of them are going to be a hit. Because if you think about it, how many shows get canceled and passed on all the time? So, to wrap up this little podcast of a lot of yelling, Ken has a little rant that he would like to do at the end here. Not a rant, but just basically wrap up TV in general here.
So the last 35 minutes of podcast should probably tell you one thing. You should stop paying for cable and go to a streaming service and watch your television where you can actually choose good
Don't do
television
that.
to
There's
watch.
still some good TV on.
Well, if it's good, then they'll have it somewhere streaming. For $17 a month and an internet access, you can get Hulu.
But someone has to watch it live so that it will be on Netflix.
Does it? Because Hulu's picking up shows like The Mindy Project, where
Is that about your girlfriend?
No. I don't watch that show. I just know that it got picked up by Hulu.
Okay.
Like the Marvel shows go to Netflix and they do great. Like,
yeah.
I
don't know. I know you feel that way. I'm still a fan of some syndication shows. I still enjoy my Supernatural and Arrow and Flash and Legends of Tomorrow. And
right now, the only reason I have any kind of cable is because I'm too lazy to cancel it until Game of Thrones comes.
Yeah, I know. But that's like.
And also too, wrestling. If wrestling was streaming through the WWE network, I would have no reason to.
All right. So what's good on Netflix then coming out? Anything?
Well, they've got the Marvel stuff coming out. They did a new season of Orange is the New Black. I see personally on Netflix the stuff I watch because I don't want to watch it week to week and I don't need to worry about it. Like I watch Archer when it comes out on there. I watch Danger 5.
Yes.
I watch the Marvel shows. I watch New Girl and I watch Bob's Burgers whenever new seasons.
There is some good stuff also coming out on like I know we didn't mention it here, but like
the new season of like on USA.
USA has
Mr.
some
Robot.
They have some good shows, and AMC always has a couple good ones too.
I really feel like the networks is where the worst television is.
Yeah, I mean, other than me and Justin agree. We like the CW. Their shows are all solid.
So
I think the CW is so much better than. Here's how it is: ABC, CBS, and ABC and CBS and NBC are for old people.
Yeah,
it is. They like to watch their CSIs and all that show and all that stuff. And it's for women, for all their shows. Guys like us, we like the CW because we want to see our superheroes and all that stuff. That's where it's at. And then the other shows are like, other channels are like a toss-up. Because there's a lot of other good stuff out there.
Yeah, but it's just not on anything that we just talked about.
All right. Well, guys, do we have anything else to add for this show?
No, just stay tuned because we're going to talk about our favorite stuff here soon.
We're going to bring back a KFP Top 5, and we're going to talk about some shows that we liked before.
Yes.
Actually, it's a KFP Top 5 times 2.
So top 10?
No, just 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
Ken, don't ruin it.
Sorry.
Right, don't bring me
down.
Anyways,
please like, share, subscribe, and invite. We're doing well.
All right.
Help keep it going.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Watch TV.